Created by ContentBinger.com. Criminal Law Glossary, Letters. H, I, J, and K.
H. Habeas corpus is a writ employed to bring a person before a court, most frequently to ensure that the party's imprisonment or detention is not illegal. Hate crime is any crime committed against a person, or his or her property, because of his or her perceived race, ethnicity, religion, ancestry, national origin, disability, gender, or sexual orientation. Headnote is a case summary that appears before the printed judicial opinion in a law report. Address is a point of law, and usually includes the relevant facts bearing on that point of view. Hearing is a constitutionally required formal proceeding in which the accused is given notice of charges brought against him or her, and then has an opportunity to present a defense. Hearsay is traditionally testimony that is given by a witness who relates not what she or he knows personally, but what others have said, and that is therefore dependent on the credibility of someone other than the witness. Held to answer / holding order is a decision ordering one or more persons to stand trial, made by a justice or municipal court judge after a preliminary hearing based on findings that one or more crimes have been committed, and that there is sufficient cause to believe one or more persons committed the crime. Homicide is the killing of another person. Homicide can be criminal, non-criminal, or negligent. Hung jury is the situation in which a jury cannot reach a unanimous decision. I. Incest is the crime of sexual intercourse or cohabitation between a man and woman who are closely related. Incestuous sexual relations between close relatives are relations between parents, including grandparents, and child. Siblings, or aunt or uncle with niece or nephew are considered incest. Inculpatory evidence is evidence tending or showing one's involvement in a crime. Indictment is the charging document returned by a criminal grand jury. Infraction is the violation, usually of a rule or local ordinance, and not punishable by incarceration. Initial hearing is a preliminary examination of the validity of a youth's arrest, during which the state must prove that an offense was committed and there is reasonable cause to believe the youth committed it. Injunction is a writ, order, issued by a court ordering someone to do something or prohibiting some act after a court hearing. In propria persona is Latin for in one's own person. Inquest is an investigation and or a hearing held by the coroner, a county official, when there is a violent death either by accident or homicide. The cause of death is not immediately clear. There are mysterious circumstances surrounding the death, or the deceased was a prisoner. Interrogation is the questioning of a witness or suspected criminal. Issuance is the physical act by the district attorney's office of charging a defendant with a crime. J. Jail is a place of confinement for persons convicted of misdemeanors, or awaiting trial, or felon sentence pursuant to Penal Code Section 1170 H. Jury is a body of men and women selected to examine certain facts and determine truth in a legal proceeding. Jury deliberation is when a jury reviews the evidence of the trial and arrives at a verdict. Jury instructions are directions given by a judge to jury informing them of the law to be applied in the case. Jury trial is a legal proceeding in which the decision regarding the defendant's guilt is made by a group of citizens and expressed in a verdict. Juvenile is a person not yet considered an adult for the purposes of determining either criminal or civil liability, a minor. Juvenile court are courts established by a state to hear matters involving youngsters under the age of 18 who have either been abused or neglected by their parents or found to be outside the control of their parents. or who have committed a crime. Juvenile hall is a locked facility where minors are placed prior to a court hearing. K. Kidnapping, the taking of a person against his or her will.
Thanks for watching. For more content, check out contentbinger.com.